All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are tackling the question. You know the one. It's on everyone's mind, and it's probably keeping a few of us up at night. Is an AI coming for my job? So let's just dive right in. Will AI take our jobs? I mean, it's a huge question, right? And it feels a little scary. But the answer you'll see isn't a simple yes or no. It's way more about a shift, a new kind of partnership. And honestly, by the end of this, you'll see it's less about being replaced and a whole lot more about being supercharged. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to face that fear head on and see which jobs are actually at risk. Then we'll talk about the secret weapon we all have, our human advantage. After that, we'll look at the brand new jobs AI is creating, and we'll wrap up with a practical roadmap to make you pretty much indispensable. So let's start with the absolute fundamentals. To really get a handle on AI's impact, we first need to be crystal clear about what we even mean when we say it's changing the way we work. So what is AI in this whole conversation? Well, think of it less like some sci-fi robot and more like the world's most efficient intern. Seriously, it can sort through 1 million data points, find the 3 most important trends, draft an email about it, and organize a spreadsheet, all in the blink of an eye. And that's exactly where the fear comes from. It's just brilliant at all those repetitive tasks that fill up so much of our workday. Okay, now let's get to the part that really grounds this whole fear in reality. It's time to get specific and take a hard look at which roles are truly the most vulnerable to this new wave of automation. And listen, this is probably the single most important idea to wrap your head around. AI doesn't usually eliminate an entire job. What it does is it eats away at the most predictable tasks within that job. Think about it this way. A graphic designer's job isn't gone, but the task of manually removing the background from 100 photos? Yeah, that's now a one-click AI function. And this brings us to roles where the entire job is basically structured and repetitive. You know, things like data entry or basic bookkeeping. Or think about telemarketing from a fixed script. An AI can have that same rule-based conversation over and over, tirelessly. These jobs are vulnerable because they just don't need that spark of spontaneous problem solving or deep emotional connection. But here's where our whole story takes a really positive turn. For everything that AI can do so well, there is a whole world of uniquely human skills where, frankly, it kind of stinks. This is where we have the clear upper hand. This slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the world of the machine. Predictable, logical, and swimming in data. That's AI's playground. But on the right, well, that's us. That's the heart, the spark of a totally new idea, the gut feeling, the ability to read a room. AI is like a calculator on steroids. We are the strategists, the creators, and the connectors. I mean, seriously, would you trust an algorithm to be your therapist or to inspire a classroom of kindergartners? Of course not. These roles, the ones built on trust, nuance, and real human connection, they aren't going anywhere. For them, AI isn't a threat at all. It's a tool that can handle all the boring paperwork so the human can focus on what actually matters. It becomes the partner, not the replacement. So, not all jobs are at risk, and our human skills give us a huge edge. But the story gets even better. This isn't just a story about defense. It's a story of creation. Entirely new career paths are opening up right now, all because of AI. You know, we've seen this movie before. Back in the 80s, the big fear was that computers would make office workers obsolete. But what really happened? We didn't get mass unemployment. We got millions of brand new jobs like web developers, IT support specialists, and digital marketers, roles nobody could have even imagined back then. AI is just the next chapter in that exact same story. And just look at these new careers. A prompt engineer, that's someone whose entire job is to have creative conversations with an AI to get the best results. That job title literally didn't exist 3 years ago. Now it's one of the hottest roles in tech. We're not just adapting, we are inventing brand new ways to work. Okay, this brings us to the most critical part of this entire explainer. What can you do right now to put yourself in a position to win? How do you move from a place of fear to a place of real opportunity? This slide right here, this reframes everything. The race isn't you against a robot. The real competition is you against another person who has figured out how to use AI like a rocket booster. It's not about being replaced by a machine. It's about being outpaced by a human who is using that machine to their advantage. So here it is, your 4-step plan to get ahead. 1. Start playing with it. Get curious and learn the AI tools that are relevant to your field. 2. Double down on your irreplaceable human skills: creativity, strategy, empathy. 3. Make AI your co-pilot. Use it for the grunt work so you can focus on the big picture. And 4, and this one is so important, never stop learning. The finish line keeps moving, and staying curious is your greatest superpower. This quote just brings it all home. AI will not replace humans, but humans who use AI will replace those who don't. The future doesn't belong to the algorithm. It belongs to the person who learns how to wield that algorithm as a tool to amplify their own creativity and intelligence. So, we'll leave you with this. AI isn't some tidal wave coming to wash you away. It's a new tool, sitting on the workbench, just waiting for you to pick it up. The real question isn't, will AI take my job? The real question is, how will I use it to build my future?